Hi everyone and welcome. Today's video is about these gorgeous companion library books. They were gifted to me by my very best friend. Beautiful gift, and I want to share them with you. So basically, companion library books are 2 volumes in one. They're hardcovers and they're from 1963 and they're printed by they are printed by Grosset and Dunlap Publishers, New York. So they're pretty old and they're pretty rare. So let me go through with you. Where shall we start? Just move these up here. Okay, so the first one is A Dog of Flanders and Other Stories, and it's by Louise Della Rami. I hope I pronounced that properly. I've never read this book, but I will. And so that's the first side. Also, they have really nice design on the inside, all different colors. This is blue, turquoisey. So also they have nice illustrations like so, which I think are really nice. So the first side is A Dog of Flanders, and so you just turn over the book for the other story, and that's Tom Sawyer Abroad, which also I haven't read, but I'm looking forward to reading. So one side is this story, and then flip over and you've got the other story, and the spine is pretty gorgeous. It's really nice. So that's the first one. And the second one is Rip Van Winkle, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Other Tales by Washington Irvine. Again, I have not read this. I know these are classics. Haven't read it. So that's a really nice cover. You can see like the pumpkin. He's holding the pumpkin as his head. So that's on that side, and again the inside is gorgeous brown design pattern, and all these books are illustrated. There's a nice illustration here. You can see that. So that's one story, and then the opposite side is Toby Tyler or 10 Weeks with a Circus by James Otis. Again, I haven't read it. I'm not familiar with that one at all. Let me know if you've read any of these books. I'd love to know your thoughts, your comments on each book. So the next one is Black Beauty by Anna Sewell. I used to love Black Beauty as a child. I used to watch it, the TV series on TV. I've never, shamefully, I've never read the book, but I will, hopefully, get to. So one side is Black Beauty, and the other side is The Call of the Wild. Again, I've been really looking forward to reading this book. I actually ordered a paperback for Christmas by Jack London. And he also has another book, White Fang, which I also have ordered. I ordered for Christmas, which I would love to read. So that's a lovely, really nice cover too. Again, just show you the spine. It's really nice. And actually, when they're layered together, they're all different coloured spines, so they look really nice. So that's that one. Next one is Tom Sawyer again, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Again, I haven't read any. And The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which I have read, which is a true classic. Again, just show you some illustrations. Very nice. So that's that one. Next one is Nonsense Books. Famous funny verses and stories that will delight children of all ages. Edward Lear's Nonsense Books. So this is actually, I had a flick through this one. It's actually quite funny. So I'll give you an example. They actually have really cool illustrations for this one. So I'll just read out one of the silly nonsense rhymes. There was an old man who screamed out whenever they knocked him about. So they took off his boots and fed him with fruits and continued to knock him about. I mean, it's just silly verse. Look at that illustration. It's so cool. So that one is, there was an old person of Down whose face was adorned with a frown. When he opened the door for 1 minute or more, he alarmed all the people of Down. And there's loads and loads and loads of little nonsense verses, but they're fun and give you a giggle. And then on the other side, it's A Wonder Book by Nathaniel Hawthorne, a classic retelling of the most famous Greek myths and legends. So nice, that one. The colours. There's a nice illustration inside. Now, I am a fan of Greek mythology, so I think this will be a really, really interesting read for me. So that's that one, the nonsense one. The next one I have is The Adventures of Pinocchio by C. Collodi. Collodi? I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, as I always do. But I do love Pinocchio. Oh, I love the colour, the lime green here. Very, very nice. And yeah, some illustrations again. The story of Pinocchio and the talking cricket, from which we see that naughty boys cannot endure to be corrected by those who know more than they do. Nice. And so on the other side of Pinocchio, we have The Story of King Arthur and His Knights by Howard Pyle. I think I remember reading this in school, but when looking forward to rereading it, that's actually a beautiful, beautiful cover. It's a beautiful colour also. And then the spine, again, it's really nice. Some of them are worn, but that makes them look more beautiful, I think. So the next one we have is Arabian Nights. Again, I may have read this in school. I slightly remember. And then the opposite side, we have Aesop's Fables. I mean, look at the cover. It's absolutely stunning. All the lovely colours and illustrations. Illustrated by W. Kurtman Plummer. It's a lovely colour inside. Orange design. Aesop's Fables, yes. I have this in paperback. I think I have a few versions. I do love Aesop's Fables. I like to read one every now and again. Nice. So that's that one. Next we have The Swiss Family Robinson by Johann Weiss. Again, I have not read this and I'm looking forward to. And then the opposite side we have Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. Again, I haven't read Robinson Crusoe. I may have done a bit about it in school, but yeah, looking forward to that. And that's got a gorgeous yellow design inside, just so beautiful. Now I did notice the spine on this one is worn, so it doesn't say like the other ones, they say companion library. This one doesn't, but again, it doesn't matter, it's still beautiful. So that's that one. Next one is The Merry Adventures of Robin Hood by Howard Pyle again. And on the that's actually a beautiful cover. And on the opposite side we have The Little Lame Prince by Dina Maria Mulloch Craik. I hope I've pronounced that right. I haven't read this either, so I'm looking forward to reading this. That's actually a beautiful, beautiful cover. can see. And it's brown inside. Again, some nice illustrations there. So the next one we have is The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. Now, I have read this one and I have seen the movie, but I would like to reread as an adult. And that has a gorgeous turquoisey teal design. And on the other side we have The Prince and the Pauper by Samuel Clemens. I think I read this at school, but I would reread it again. Look at that cover. Look at his clothing. So nice. Beautiful. I'm going to be busy with my TBRs for this year. Oh yes, this one. Hans Brinker by Mary Mapes Dodge. Now, I haven't read this, but it has been recommended. And I was reading, inside, lovely design, colour. I was reading earlier on. So, Hans Brinker or The Silver Skates. And I was reading earlier the blurb at the front, and it says, the rich panorama of life in Holland in the late 19th century unfolds in this tale of Hans, his sister Gretel, their friends, and the race for the silver skates. Sweeping across the pages is the history of Holland, with its windmills and dikes, its quaint customs, its brave people, and its never-ending battle to hold back the sea. In one such skirmish, Hans and Gretel's father had fallen from the dike, suffered a brain injury, and now lives as but a shell of his former self. Of course, dearer to the children than winning the race, dearer than anything else, would be their father's recovery, but the doctors have long ago despaired of his case. Plans for the race, the kindness of friends, and a singularly remarkable event make the tender and forgettable story told by Mary Mapes Dodge of that long ago contest by the Zuider Zee. So that sounds like an interesting read. And on the other side is Heidi, which I really, really, really want to read as an adult. I mean, what a stunning cover. Heidi by Joanna Spyri. Beautiful. I'm actually really looking forward to reading Heidi. Sorry, I'm choking on some dust from the books. Just get a little sup of water before I continue. I do love the smell of old books, even if they're dusty. Gorgeous. Okay, next one is Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. Again, another one I would love to read as an adult. No, I haven't read this as an adult. And inside again is a nice brown design. And oh yeah, there's some nice illustrations in here. What stunning books. I mean, how beautiful are these books? Thank you so much to my bestie. And on the opposite side we have Five Little Peppers and How They Grew by Margaret Sidney. Again, I haven't read this, but look at that cover. I really want to read this. Let me just see. Is there a blurb? No. There's a nice picture there. Illustration. Oh, Scrimgeour. 'Tis Santy. Oh, maybe this is a Christmas story then. Gorgeous. If so, I'll save it for my Christmas TBR. Oh yeah, classic. So the next one is Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson, which it's on my list to read possibly this month or next month. And on the opposite is Gulliver's Travels by Jonathan Swift, which I have read. I read last year, I think, which is a fantastic story, and I am a big fan of Jonathan Swift. He was quite eccentric and a bit mad, which I like. That is a beautiful cover also. And the last few are, again, I haven't read, but I will read probably after Treasure Island. Kidnapped by Robert Louis Stevenson. I have heard so many great reviews on this book, and I have been recommended by friends to read this, which hopefully I will. And on the opposite side, oh yeah, I just want to check the design. On the opposite side is Tom Sawyer again, and that's Detective. And I heard this is a really, really good story. So hopefully get to read that. And then the last one in the box is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I've just finished reading this. I read it during Christmas and I finished it last month, and it is a fantastic read. But I have been so excited to read Little Men, also by Louisa May Alcott, which I only found out existed possibly a couple of months ago. I couldn't believe somebody told me, or I read it online, that she had a story called Little Men. So yes, I cannot wait to read Little Men, because Little Women is a fantastic read, and if you haven't read it, I would definitely recommend. And I would also like to look up more books by Louisa May Alcott, because I know she has quite a few stories. So that's it. Beautiful cover and beautiful purple design inside. So that's all the books in the box. That's my companion library video for today. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have read any of these books, or if you also have any companion library books yourselves, please do let me know. I would love to share books with you all. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.